Sports comes to Indianapolis. We've got the NBA 2K League underway. Welcome inside the comfy confines of the Channel 13 studios. Great to be with you on a Tuesday. Angela's just wrapped up watching This Is Us. How was the episode?
Is anybody else just wrapped this
spoilers.
up? I know.
I got to watch it tomorrow. I didn't see it.
I tried not to cry, and I missed the last like 30. It went a little long.
Yeah, well, it's still going.
Okay, it's still going.
Don't go away. You're recording it, or you're watching it and watching us. Please don't go away.
Don't go.
We're glad that you're with us tonight. We got Rachel Krause in studio, friend of the show, talking about the NBA 2K. She interviewed a player named Splashy. Just that alone ought to be enough for you to stick around tonight. We're going to be talking about weird food combinations. Would you eat pickles and ice cream?
No.
Chocolate-covered pasta? Let us know. Felicia's going to take us through
It's
that.
getting out of hand.
And we got, we're not going to talk This Is Us, but we do want to talk about the rain because we do have rain tomorrow, and that impacts, of course, all the outdoor plans, including day 2 at the track.
So you're basically telling me to move on.
Yeah,
I'm telling you to move on.
You dry those eyes.
I don't want to.
You don't want to look. Don't look at the TV over there. Fine. We'll talk weather. We'll talk. We'll talk. Throw the graphic up.
There's some rain.
There's some rain. It's out there.
It's out there.
They're dealing with some storms across the western parts of Illinois. Threat for severe weather overnight across parts of Missouri. That's the storm system that heads our way tomorrow. I know, it's a really rough transition tonight. For us, a low risk for severe storms, and it most likely would be anything that develops during the afternoon and evening hours, but I would keep the umbrella handy really from start to finish tomorrow. Off and on showers and a few thunderstorms. Won't be quite as warm as today. We made it to 80 officially in Indianapolis. We'll drop back into the 70s with a fair amount of cloud cover tomorrow and the off and on rain and storms. What's left of that wave out west kind of falls apart as it gets here, so there's a chance you get a couple of dry hours. Let's go mid to late morning, maybe early afternoon, depending on where you are. If you need the dry time, just check the Live Doppler 13 weather app before you head out, and then we'll deal with another wave of rain and storms tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, and a few of those could be on the strong side. So we'll definitely help you stay weather aware during the day tomorrow. But for now, low risk, just take the umbrella and stick with us.
So IndyCar practice 12 to 6. What do you think? They getting any laps in tomorrow?
The trouble with the track is it has to be completely dry.
Right.
And it does take a bit of time to get it completely dry. So I think if we get some rain early, we get some dry time. I don't know that it's enough dry time for them to get much in the way of laps.
Depending on how heavy it rains, could be 60 or 90 minutes to dry it.
Yes, newbie.
New person here.
Yes,
I was wondering, so do they have dryers for the track, or do they have to wait?
You're going to see the parade of trucks that
trucks.
make their way around the famous oval.
Big dryers.
Yeah, big dryers.
So it's not you and Angela out there wiping it up, trying to...
With a shop vac.
Yes, no, they don't do that. They've got big trucks with big dryers, and then they just run trucks behind them because the more tires you put on the pavement will help dry it out.
It could take 60 to 90 minutes, depending on how long it takes.
And we do not want to see those dryers on race day. So I'd rather take a dryer tomorrow than on race day.
You'll come back and talk about pickles and ice cream with us in a little bit?
Sure.
Okay, keep your eye on This Is Us. All right, let's bring friend of the show, Rachel Krause, in, talk a little bit about NBA 2K.
It's Tuesday, and we're already losing it up here. It's just Tuesday.
I mean, is that out of the ordinary?
Yeah, now we got to add your crazy to the mix.
That's right. And, of course, I have a very colorful character to share. His name is Splashy, and he is a professional player for the Utah Jazz Gaming NBA 2K League, and they play an e-gaming version of basketball. They are pro athletes, and they are playing video games. This is a very real career out there. So this is over at the Pan Am Pavilion, and inside the plaza where they practice, they actually let me inside today to get an idea of what practice looks like, and they'll play video games for 4 hours at a time. And believe it or not, Splashy tells me this is actually kind of a lax schedule compared to some of the other teams in the league that'll practice for 6-8 hours a day of video games to make sure that they are going to be able to compete with each other and have the best possible outcomes for the different tournaments, because there's a lot of money on the line when it comes to these tournaments, and these players able to make a really, really strong career out of it. Essentially, as long as they have the interest, they don't burn out of wanting to play the video games, and they don't get, carpal tunnel.
Oh, wow.
I believe that the 2K League can be a great business for most of the NBA 2K League players, just because unless you like break your thumb, you're not gonna hurt your fingers. You can play for a long time as long as your hand-eye coordination is up to par.
Yeah, so pretty cool for a sport. You don't have to be 6'9" to succeed in this kind of basketball. You can be any shape, size, any age, really, as long as you're good enough. Now, for people who are at home and thinking, yeah, I'm pretty good at NBA 2K, maybe I could do it. And Splashy says, you're probably not as good as you think you are. But it's the reps and those long practices that really help these players to be so good. So if you are very interested in, or you have a child or a friend who's really interested in getting out there, well, I mean, practicing and trying out for the draft is obviously one way to get into it, but just practicing for hours and hours and hours can help to really kind of get you to that level where they're at.
I know. Okay, kids. I want to say close your ears, but at the same time, that's a now career. We completely have to change the way our minds look at this.
And they have their own draft.
Yeah, they are getting drafted.
Yeah. Why does he call himself Splashy?
Now he calls himself Splashy because he says he likes to sink so many three-point shots.
Okay.
He's like Steph Curry. He's like some of the big ones. So he's bringing those three-point shots to the NBA 2K game side of things. So he does a big splash. He says he wanted to be a little childish. So he had a little Y to the end, a little splashy. So we're having a little fun with it. And everybody has pretty silly nicknames, I have to say. I don't know what mine would be, but I mean, it's kind of fun to see everybody's little nicknames that they've got.
Nice.
I'm just wondering if they have one of those sitting things where you can sit in a seat and pedal your feet
and get some
exercise.
Yeah.
Not that I saw.
Burn
Not
some
that I
calories.
saw.
That's so many hours a day.
And they're so focused. Like for 3 hours, nobody moved out of their chair. Like they were very, very comfortable people in these fancy chairs, but they did not get out of their chairs. And I was like, I don't know if I could do that. I need to do a lap or something. But they were very, very, very focused.
Do they play as a team?
Yes, they do.
So they practice as a team?
They practice as a team, and they practice against other teams a lot of the time. So when I was there earlier today, they were scrimmaging against the Golden State Warriors gaming team. So and they played 3 rounds, and they were there for a good 3 hours or so playing before they moved on to other stuff.
Now, as a fan, can you go down and watch them play?
You can watch them play when they do in-person tournaments and different games and performances. For practices, no, they like to keep that under wraps. They let me in as a very special thing. But you can absolutely go down and see them. And next Wednesday, the Jazz will be playing, and you can go and watch some of your favorite teams, some of your favorite players. Go out and actually watch them in person, get a little snack. But of course, a lot of people watch around the world online through streaming services, and they'll engage with their favorite players virtually and chat with them that way.
That is so interesting. That's hard for me to wrap my head around. But I know it's like any other sport. I mean, you sit there and watch the NBA, so...
And are all of the teams here?
All of the teams are in Indianapolis for this season. They picked Indianapolis specifically for the Pan Am Plaza location at the Pavilion. For the past 2 years, they've been playing virtually because of the pandemic. And players like Splashy said he didn't really like that because he likes to talk trash to the other players. He likes very good. Hear it. And it's more of a camaraderie that you kind of have that with the other players. And for the first couple seasons, they were in New York. So pretty big get for Indianapolis to have the NBA 2K
Yeah, I do
right
recognize there's a huge social aspect to the games when they're playing, especially since now you can play them online with people from all around the world. So that's interesting.
All right, our friends on social media platforms joining us tonight. Great to have Tanya back with us. Amber watching from Cumberland. Sitting outside, loving this kind of weather.
It's nice out.
That's what Amber is saying tonight. Joyce is talking about potato chips and Dairy Queen ice cream is good.
I could do that.
That's kind of an
I could
interesting.
do that.
They were going to be talking about sort of weird dessert combos. Joyce says I can do pickles and ice cream. Liz is laughing, which is good, saying I can barely type this message because she's enjoying the conversation. Candace saying the ice cream
Sorry,
I
I was
eat
late.
without pickles, please.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Teresa's saying, how about pickles and peanut butter? Yummy.
Ooh.
We're going to pass.
Yeah, and we've got Mary in from Florida tonight. Wes joining us. Misty, Teresa. Teresa saying, hi, Rachel.
Hello.
And let's see, I had one.
How awesome.
Yeah, let's see, we had one other. Candace says, thanks for the heads up to carry my umbrella
Yeah, sure.
tomorrow. And there was somebody saying that the newbie was doing well.
She is doing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
You
yes.
Wait, which newbie?
You're both new.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're that Spider-Man meme
We'll
where
both
we're just
take the
pointing at each other.
compliment. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so let's. So Felicia wandered over and we were talking about what we wanted to talk about at 10 o'clock, and she said, "Hey, there's this cool story Was it on BuzzFeed?
Yes.
And it was talking about weird food combos, like what would you eat, weird stuff. And they had a bunch of pictures. We can't show those pictures, but we can show some other photos. So this one, pickles and ice cream.
Oh, no.
That's yucky.
Would you eat this?
No.
No.
Anybody?
No.
Anybody out there?
Separate.
Separate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Together, no.
that's not of interest at all to me. All right,
Not even when I was pregnant.
Director extraordinaire Nick went out and got the pickles for us and some ice cream.
Oh, you're going to do a taste test?
No, I'm not, but
Stop.
It kind of sounded like you were.
It did.
That's all I'm going to
It
say.
sounded that way.
how about newbie?
How about new and B?
Did we establish if it was me or Felicia? Because I mean,
Where? Which newbie?
Yeah, we have two spoons.
2 spoons.
Oh my
So help
God.
yourself.
think
All
that's
right,
a
so
new
who-
take on 2 spoons and a
Who had
milkshake.
this at their desk? Like who had just?
Nick went out and bought this. Shop and bought it. So feel free to join us.
Okay, what do I get if I eat this?
You get the respect and the admiration.
You get a 3-day stomach ache.
Yeah. What do I get if I eat this?
So while she decides whether or not to do that,
Does it have to be dessert?
no, it doesn't. But I wanted to show this other one. So there's this other picture. So while Felicia's getting that all set for her and Rachel to try,
I can't do it.
let's go ahead. Okay, so would you try this?
What's that
French fries, chocolate sauce, and ice cream.
Yes.
You do this one.
For sure.
Yeah, I
Count
think
me
a
in.
lot of
Rachel?
people would
Yeah.
do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
All right, so there's Felicia going into the ice cream.
You have to put it on top of the pickle.
No.
Yeah, come on now.
Yes.
All right, let me take off my bottom
Well,
Invisalign.
what are you guys gonna give me if I do this?
On. Let's just do
Scott,
this.
what are you gonna
gosh.
do, Scott?
Oh, he's going to do
Yeah,
it.
we're
Oh
just
my
gonna do
gosh.
it. Come on,
Oh,
just
God, make it a
grab a
mess.
little, just grab a
Someone,
little
we
ice
need
cream.
paper towels.
Grab a little ice cream. Just yeah, come on now.
No, you're not. You're really not.
Oh yeah, I'm doing
Oh,
this.
gosh.
Let's try it.
Oh!
You look like
Not
you want
bad.
to spit it
I
out.
That's
can't do
ridiculous.
a savory.
That's
Okay,
not
just the
bad.
ice cream?
No, that's not how you do it.
Okay, just the ice cream.
That's not bad.
Oh, that's yucky.
That's not bad.
We need
Okay,
It's so much better when you get the ice cream off the pickle. Like just the pickle.
hold on, I have napkins.
All right, I'm unsure if I'm
I'm
going to
like-
make the 11 o'clock news.
your stomach already?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you did that.
right.
Aftertaste is so much worse than
You
the
know
original.
what? One
It's
bite
just-
is fine. I would never do that for the full.
Oh, the pickles.
Oh,
I
thank
can
you,
smell
thank you,
them.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
We got okay, not enough. All
I
right.
can't believe.
No.
I'm impressed. You know
Separate
what?
treats.
I am impressed. Scott, you were the last one who I thought was going to come up here. I am impressed. And you did really good, too.
I had a whole bite.
Liz says it's delicious. Joy
No.
says, come on, guys, do the taste test.
They did.
Do the
Teresa
taste
said
test.
yes on French fries and chocolate ice cream.
Yeah.
Liz said delicious. Said nah. Joy says way to go, Scott. So all right.
No, Angela.
So while
it's
we
just
consider, who's going to do the news if Felicia and I are unable to do it because of the.
done. Right.
She didn't have any.
Oh,
She
did you
only
not
had
really
ice
do any?
cream.
I fibbed it. I fibbed
She
it.
had ice
I did eat the ice cream off the spoon.
But now it's your big chance. Now it's your big
Did
chance.
you do it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I did leave you hanging. Look at his face. Look how
He's really
disappointed
I thought
he
we were a
is.
team.
I know. I
Come on,
left
we
you
all try
hanging.
this as a
I left
team.
you hanging. I did. I did.
Yep.
All right, let's talk weather.
You got
When does
it.
the rain come tomorrow?
Rain comes tomorrow morning. I think we have a little bit in the morning, a bit of a break, and then the heaviest tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. We'll be in the 70s for highs.
Felicia's
She's
going to
really
do
gonna
it. She's.
But
Come
I-
on.
Felicia.
Come on.
I couldn't. I can't.
No, you're gonna
I
full
couldn't-
scoop it.
on your dress.
No, I couldn't. You said don't
Lean
ruin my
over.
dress.
Don't
Lean
get it on
over.
your dress.
Hold on. Here's a new spoon. So if anyone wants to eat this ice cream afterwards,
Yeah, Nick, I'm sure is going to be all over
we're not
this.
wasting this ice cream.
All the way.
Okay,
in.
listen. I couldn't
Felicia.
take Scott's disappointing look
Felicia.
at my face.
Oh,
That's a big
well
deal.
done. You know what? I'm proud of you. I am proud of you. Look at Felicia.
Yeah, get it
just
all down.
digging in.
Yep. It's
You
not worth
guys, that's
really
pretty
bad.
gross.
I don't know whose favorite
That's
snack
really
that
gross.
is.
We
but,
are so
ooh.
glad that you joined us at 10. Aren't you glad that you joined us?
See, I could have stayed watch the end of This Is Us.
Because
sorry.
it's like dairy and sour, and those do not mix.
You know,
Yeah,
because
it's-
when dairy goes sour,
It's a bad aftertaste. I can tell you right now, it's a bad aftertaste.
I have mints. Don't worry.
All right, so for friend of the show, Rachel, Angela, Felicia, and myself, and the pickles and ice cream,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us. We'll see you over on 13 News at 11. Good night.
I'm impressed, Scott. I just didn't want to.